They pay out to you once you've had a wreck. Remember their mantra? Delay, deny, defend. This from the people who are supposedly putting the public interest ahead of their profits. Luckily, there is an alternative, a way to level the playing field and return the advantage to you.
An individual on his or her own is going to have a hard time trying to maneuver easily through the insurance roadblocks, delay, deny, and defend. It's why so many people turn to an attorney for help. In fact, a 2003 report released by the Insurance Research Council admits the majority of monies paid out to injury claims was awarded to people represented by attorneys. It's in their own report. Another study by a major insurance company actually showed that claimants represented by attorneys averaged more than double that to people who represented themselves.
Got that? Double. Great news for you. Not so good for the insurance companies.
Another key element in the McKinsey report concerns reducing the number of people who hire lawyers. They even go so far as to forecast the gains this would mean for the insurance company stock.
They know. And now that the McKinsey report has been released, it unwittingly serves as a guide to consumers about how to combat the very programs they're advocating. Now you can short-circuit the whole process. It's as simple as picking up the phone. Take the insurance company's own advice and get a lawyer on your side, or suffer the consequences.
It worked for me. You know, I knew I didn't know my way around. This whole thing, it had turned into a war. It was like me against the world. Hey, all I wanted was a fair offer from the insurance company, but the offer they made me was ridiculous. Let me tell you, it was a whole new day once I called the lawyer. I mean, no more hassles with the insurance company. In fact, I never had to speak to him again. Not that I wanted to. But all my medical expenses were paid, my car was repaired, and I even got a little left over. And as it turned out, I needed it.
The McKinsey report. Is it a primer to insurance industry profitability? Of course. But what they say is the McKinsey report is a guide to combat fraud.
It's a very convenient line of reasoning. Think about it. Nobody is going to argue for insurance fraud. So maybe we're just misinterpreting the facts. Maybe it is all about insurance fraud. The problem is, according to the insurance industry's view, we must all be insurance fraud suspects. We aren't all criminals. I don't think so. Are you? Are you? Are you? No, all we're trying to do is get a fair settlement to cover losses from an accident. But according to the insurance company's interpretation, we have to now prove we're not criminals.
Why should I have to prove I'm not a criminal?
Wait a minute, that's ridiculous. Whose side are these insurance companies on?
It's just another example of being bullied by big business. I'm getting sick of it.
Here's the truth about it. If insurance companies are reaping huge profits by using intimidation tactics on consumers, by denying and delaying the payment of legitimate claims, forcing people to settle for less than they know they're fairly entitled, even to the point of having to defend themselves in a court of law, if insurance companies are making money by doing any of these things, that's just wrong.
Even with enormous profits, they still complain that they're paying too much. According to reports from their own Insurance Research Council, they say that average claimed economic losses for injury claims has grown 8% over the last 5 years due to skyrocketing medical costs, especially for accident victims. The thing is, most of these skyrocketing medical bills end up being paid with money that comes out of the victim's own pockets because they're not being fairly compensated by the insurance companies. Studies going back as far as the 1950s have shown that some injuries, especially head, neck, and spine injuries, have effects that can last for years.
It's true. These medical bills can be just as devastating as the injuries. But the victims are the ones left holding the bag with nowhere to turn. And then you look at the billions being made by the insurance companies that are putting us through this, and that's where you have to say, enough is enough.
The stories are mostly the same. One moment you're driving along minding your own business, then suddenly your world is turned upside down. You reach out to your insurance company, who you may have been paying for years, and what do they offer? Resistance. You soon discover that their main objective seems to be limiting the amount of your claim. They push for a quick settlement and employ the tactics of delay, deny, and defend, tactics that stack the deck against you. Luckily, however, there is something you can do. Hire an attorney.
When you hire an attorney, you're suddenly leveling the playing field. We know their game. We know the law. And we're not afraid to go to court. Insurance companies know that, and they respect that.
It's like they leave you with no other choice.
These days, with all the things that you don't know and that the insurance companies do know, it just makes sense to get a lawyer on your side.
There's no shame in that. There's no shame at all. That's what they're there for.
That's just our job. We know the law. We know all about the insurance company's tactics. We know about the money they didn't tell you about, and we know how to get it for you.
Fact. A 2003 document released by the Insurance Research Council states that the majority of monies paid out to injury claims were awarded to people represented by attorneys. Fact. The study by the Rand Institute shows that people who use an attorney get more, on average 25% more. Fact. Another insurance study showed that claimants represented by an attorney average more than double the awards of those who aren't.
Wow. And these are facts from studies commissioned by the insurance companies themselves. No wonder they didn't want their little secrets released to the public. The facts all add up to this. An attorney who's experienced in dealing with insurance companies knows how to get you the most money for your loss. An attorney who's experienced in the courtroom will likely be able to keep you from ever having to go to court. How many want to go to court? I didn't think so. And most importantly, an attorney will handle all the details of your case so you can concentrate on getting well.
We called the lawyer. What a difference. They took care of everything. The money, we paid our bills, were covered for when I was out of work. The pain, they covered that too. We got a new convertible too. You know, it's a real shame because the insurance company should have just done all that in the first place.
Nobody tells you that you need to call a lawyer, especially not the insurance company. But I will. I'll tell you like it is. You need help. You need to call an attorney. I did. Otherwise, you're looking at a train wreck.
That's right. When you hire an attorney, you stand up for yourself. Don't let someone run over you a second time. The first wreck you couldn't avoid, but this is one you can.
It's easy to get into the mindset that your insurance company is going to take care of you. I mean, that's what they tell you. That's what you pay them for. At least that's what I think that I'm paying them for.
Face it, life's complicated, real complicated. So you need a little help.
I guess we all need to look out for ourselves and our situations. So in a situation like this, if it means getting a good attorney, then do it.
Delay, deny, defend. The insurance company, the very people you paid to protect you, are now fighting you. Report after report issued by the insurance industry themselves says that those who hire attorneys are more likely to get paid and receive more money than those who don't. It's time to pick up the phone and claim what's yours.
What if everyone who got in a wreck today were to stand up to the insurance companies with one voice and say no? No to the quick and low first offer. No to the delay tactics meant to keep you waiting. No to the denial tactics that make you out to be the bad guy. No to having to go to court. Together with one resounding no to them might be just the thing needed to put things right and to return the insurance companies back to their original purpose. Let's level the playing field and send a loud and clear message to the insurance company. Let's stand together. Come on, let's stand. Let's stand up and tell the insurance company no. 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 And what are we going to tell our attorney? Yes. Thank you for your time and attention. I'm attorney Gary Patterson. Good night and drive carefully.